Pokémon ゲットだぜ!
Howdy pards, Milkpones here. Welcome back to Pokemon LeafGreen version. Last time we made it through Rock Tunnel and got to Lavender Town. And this time we're going to be exploring Lavender Town and seeing what the deal with this place is.
Team Rocket will do anything for the sake of money. There is no job too dirty, no deed too heinous, no crime too wicked.
Alright man, that can't be that bad. We just saw them try and get some fossils or whatever to sell. That can't be terrible, right? You know how the Cubone species wears skulls, right? People will pay a lot for one. I saw Cubone's mother trying to escape from Team Rocket. She was killed trying to get away. Ghosts appeared in Pokemon Tower. I think they're the spirits of Pokemon that the Rockets killed. The noble Purple Town, Lavender Town. That's right, welcome to Lavender Town, one of the creepiest parts of the game, especially if you've played the original. The music on the GB sound chip, just a little more haunting than what we've gotten right here. Do you believe in ghosts? Nope. Ha ha ha, I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder. I'm just imagining it. Oh god, get me out of here. But yeah, this is one of the most interesting parts of the game in my opinion. Never really before have we seen just Pokemon being killed by humans. This isn't really a subject that really comes up anymore. And they just, here we go. Those horrible Rockets. They deserve no mercy. That poor Cubone's mother, it was killed trying to escape from Team Rocket. Oh, poor thing. And I guess I really can't go on to mention Lavender Town without talking about the famous Lavender Town syndrome, and oh my god, what a little break from the atmosphere. It's just playing the normal indoors music for this guy. He's the name raider, if you want to change your Pokemon's nickname or whatever. But back to what I was talking about, I'll go back to the creepy atmosphere for it, for Lavender Town Syndrome. And essentially it was just this absurd rumor that in the original Game Boy version for Red and Green, the Japanese versions, there was just this absurd rumor going around that the music of this town, just the way whatever the musical term is for the hertz, no, it's the frequencies, geez, my brain really farted there. And basically the frequency of the song would especially work on people who were ages 8 to 17 or something, or just young kids, and they would just it would force them to hang themselves, was the rumor. And obviously it was a bunch of malarkey. It was just not true. This town theme is very creepy though, I will give them that. And this is actually why Team Rocket's one of my favorite villain organizations, just because they're just so simple, right? They kill these Cubones and the Marowaks so they can just take the skull from them and sell it for a lot of money. It's real life stuff, what goes on with trophy hunting and poaching and all that type of stuff. So I think it was worth mentioning that. So apologies for the long detour here in Lavender Town. And we can technically go on west over to Celadon City, essentially, is where we need to be going. But I'm going to make sure, let's say this is your first time playing a Pokemon game, this Kanto, in which case I feel bad for you. But just in case, this guy was praying for his Clefairy that died here. And here in Pokemon Tower is the gravesite of Pokemon. Did you come to pay respects? Bless your Pokemon-loving heart, son. Well, thank you. My Growlithe, why did you die? I am a channeler. There are spirits up to mischief. I sense them high in the tower. Pokemon Tower was erected in the memory of Pokemon that died. Yep, so this is just a straight up Pokemon graveyard, man. Technically, this is what I respect so much about generation, Kanto generation, and the early Pokemon games is they actually respect your intelligence as a human being. And I'll get into more of this later. This is our, as you can see, Blues right here, our pesky rival who always seems to be one step ahead of us. And obviously we can come back and do this rival battle later, but I'm just going to go ahead and take care of it right now.
Hey, Red, what brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? Hey, it's alive. I can at least make them faint. Let's go.
Jeez, man, what a jerk. I mean, like, why would you say something like that in a graveyard? It's so insane. Look how cocky he is with his little hand up there. He just doesn't care at all. You know what, Blue? Like, screw you, dude. Screw you. But I'm just gonna sweep his team with Pikachu, to be honest. We'll be fine. But yeah, you can technically come back here later. In this hole, I'll be ranting about this a little bit, so apologies if I'm a little scrambled in my articulation here. But essentially, this latter half of the game, like, the whole world opens up to you, and you could really just explore things at your leisure. You could do gyms out of order. You could do all kinds of cool stuff that you're kind of not technically supposed to do. But I'm just gonna be... I know what we're supposed to be doing. We're technically supposed to do this fight. We could do this fight later, but it makes more sense to do it now, just because our levels are... We're already grossly over-leveled compared to his team, so I want to go ahead and make it so he has at least a little bit of a chance, poor little Blue. Well, I'm mocking him, and he puts me to sleep, of course. But yeah, while this rival battle's going on, I just want to mention... especially in the anime, too, it's a really interesting part when they get to Lavender Town, because Ash basically, like, dies, and his, like, spirit goes out of his body with Pikachu, and it's pretty interesting. Anime gets I mean, I feel like all TV shows have, like, an episode like that, where it's like, what happens if I die, and then they're, like, outside of their body or whatever. But yeah, Lavender Town is some real stuff, man. They never really go over this concept that much. There's like a similar thing, kind of-ish, in Pokemon Emerald that we'll get to eventually. That's kind of like the Pokemon Tower of that game. It doesn't have the same atmosphere, basically, but it's interesting for sure. And I just want to, like, this is the part of the... I'm not a Gen 1er or anything, and if you guys know what Gen 1ers are, they're pretty, like, obnoxious faction of Pokemon fans that think only the original games are worth playing, and by original games, I just mean red, and blue, and yellow. They don't even like gold, silver, crystal, like a bunch of weird heathens.
They're like, only the original 151 are worth playing, and anything after that's terrible.
And, like, I'm not one of those guys, but hear me out here. In Kanto region, this is a game that gives you respect. It respects your ability as, like, a human being to, like, see patterns and problem solve and, you know, things that normal human beings are able to do. And if you guys would actually notice, Blue did not have his classic Rattata, or Raticate at this point. So there's a lot of, like, creepypasta theories that, like, we killed Blue's Raticate, actually, and that's why he's so upset about our Pokemon aren't dead and he wants to make them faint.
What, you stinker? I took it easy on you, too.
I personally don't think his Raticate's dead. I mean, it's an interesting theory, but he's mentioning here, like, he's here to catch Pokemon. Like, how's your Pokedex coming?
I just caught a Cubone. I can't find the bigger Marowak. Where could they be? I bet there aren't any left. Well, I better get going. I got a lot to accomplish. Unlike you. Smell you later.
Alright, jeez. Now I'll smell you later. Take a shower, man. My God. Even we cannot identify the wayward ghosts. A self-scope might be able to unmask them. So that's right. We can continue on here and try to mess around here. But I'm just going to get into an encounter real quick just to show something. What's this? A ghost appeared. Ah, the ghost can't be ID'd. So we can try fighting it, but our Pokemon won't do anything. He's too scared to make a move. And he just keeps saying, get out, get out. So kind of creepy if you don't really know what's going on. So we could, all these Chandlers are basically, like, possessed, and they're trainers that will fight, and they have ghost-type Pokemon. And we could basically get all the way to the top, but there's eventually another ghost spirit blocking our path, and it won't let us progress any further unless we get a self-scope, just like that lady was saying. Alright, so, like, normal Pokemon, like, in today's Pokemon games, they would be like, hey, dummy, you can't be over here just yet, go get us. They wouldn't even have this as a town. It would just be the town. They would have, like, the self-scope, like, right outside. Like, it would not respect our intelligence to go explore the world at our leisure and see how we can find the self-scope, you know? And, like, we're supposed to go west, but we can go down here and grab some more stuff if we want to. There's nothing particularly interesting other than this TM for return, I believe. My Pokemon's ashes are stored in Pokemon Tower. You can have this TM. I don't need it anymore. Jeez. Thanks, little girl. If you treat your Pokemon good, it will return your love by working at its hardest in battle. That's right, so return is just a normal type move, and its damage increases the more happiness your Pokemon has. So you just want to make sure it's not fainting and all that, and we can fight some more trainers down here if we want to level grind, but we're already pretty over-leveled, so I think we're good. If there's anything back there, I'm gonna go right back to make sure I didn't miss anything, hold on one second. Alright, as I thought, there's nothing for us really down there except for some more battles if you want to get some more experience. Back to the creepy music for 5 seconds. But yeah, the last thing I guess I'll show in Lavender Town is just this house that's Mr. Fuji's house. And these kids are basically just asking us where he went. And he's kind of like the homie of Lavender Town. He looks after abandoned and orphaned Pokemon. So, pretty cool guy. But we'll deal with him all later. And over here we have a bunch of trainer battles, a lot of which are optional. And we can pretty much... I think there's only like 1 or 2 required fights for us to do. And I guess I'll just keep leveling up Pikachu. He's my weakest guy. I think this guy uses fire types. I'm a rambling, gaming dude. So, in the original, he says I'm a rambling, gambling dude. And it's clearly like what they intended. And they changed like the trainer class from gambler to gamer. Stupid decision. I think kids see gamer and they're like, that's a lot cooler than gambler. Because I'm into video games. Gambling is like a video game? Awesome. And then they develop a crippling gambling addiction. No, the whole thing's stupid. I guess it's around like they're trying to get around like the EU laws, I guess, with like gambling depictions for like children and stuff. So I think it's just like sell the game in the EU pretty much, and they just changed it all in the base game completely. But yeah, it's kind of because clearly Pokemon itself doesn't have that much of an issue with gambling because, you know, in their little mobile games that they release, like Pokemon Masters EX or whatever, it's basically just gambling. So they clearly don't have a moral issue with it. It's just to get around the censorship. But anyways, yeah, those guys are worth fighting because they give you a decent amount of money. So if you want to use your Versus Seer to grind on those gambler guys, I'm not calling them gamers. They're not freaking gamers. They don't hate women and minorities. I keep making that same joke. Anyways, there's like a bunch of berries in here for us. And if you guys noticed on that little sidebar, I actually put essentially just the Pokemon we're looking for in the routes and just a little symbol, a little Pokeball symbol next to them to know we've caught them or not. So as you can see, the only Pokemon I'm really looking for here is Vulpix, and if we were playing FireRed, it would be Growlithe we would be looking for. And I think these are the only 3 berries. Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna grind in this grass for a minute until I find myself a nice Vulpix. Alright, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Oh, let's go. We found her. Beautiful. And the one benefit, I guess, for us is in Pokemon FireRed, Vulpix has a chance of, Growlithe in FireRed has a chance of roaring at you to make you run away. So definitely one of the few benefits we have of playing LeafGreen here. Growlithe is definitely the better fire type. If you're playing FireRed and you didn't choose Charmander, highly recommend picking up yourself a Growlithe there. They get an ability, that Intimidate ability to cut attack stat. Just a fantastic Pokemon. And god damn it with these criticals, bro. Wow, we literally found one in the very next encounter. Fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna do something kind of jank here. I'm just gonna use sleep powder. Oh, I forgot I got rid of leech seed. I'm a freaking idiot. Aw, frick. I was gonna lower his HP, her HP very slowly, but I forgot I was a dingus and got rid of... why am I so dumb? Oh my god, it has roar too? Why am I so dumb? I hate my life. Okay, a third one in a row. And this is unprecedented. Thunder Wave. And just spam Pokeballs? That's what I'm gonna do. I only have 7. Uh-oh. Please? Oh, cool. I did not expect that to work. I thought I was gonna waste all my Pokeballs. Alright, so the game was a little forgiving to me. When it's bored, it has just one snow-white tail. The tail splits from its tip as it grows older. So yeah, the Vulpix and its evolution Ninetales based on the QB mythology in Japan, the nine-tailed fox, or it's like each tail is like 100 years or 1,000 years or something. Pretty sure. I might be mixing up the number, but whatever. If you're into Naruto, nine-tailed fox and stuff like that. And we're gonna carefully sneak by all these guys. I'm not trying to get into any pointless fights. Okay. So yeah, over there is west where you can get to Saffron, which we're not allowed to go to yet. And I don't think there's any items here. Is there any items by this guy? No, cool. The department store in Celadon has a great selection. Do you go there very often? Oh, she just pulled the do you come here often on us. Well, I know we are newcomers. And I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. Alright, so just some free items for us there. Might be handy. I heard a sleepy Pokemon appeared out near Celadon City too. Gosh darn it with this Snorlax blocking us everywhere. Big old boy. Get ourselves a nice repair berry. And over here, I don't think there's anything new for us in this grass, so we're not gonna bother. And what's this? These guys are just hanging out in town like they own the place. Keep out of Team Rocket's way. You guys gotta keep out of my way. I'm the protagonist. I deserve to be in the way. The world is centered around me. Literally, the camera is centered around me the whole time. Maybe in your own little... You can play as a Team Rocket grunt in some, like, weird spin-off one day. A Pokeflute awakens sleeping Pokemon. You know that. I did not. Okay. Thanks for the knowledge drop. I rode here from Fuchsia. I don't know why I'm giving her this voice. It's an uphill ride on cycling roads, so I'm exhausted. Geez, you sick or something, lady?
If I had a bike, I would go to cycling road.
And yeah, they're just kind of foreshadowing more stuff for us to do. And generally, I want to check those little books next to the Pokemon Center. Sometimes they have a Pokemon journal in them, but sometimes they don't, and I forget which ones are which. And we're just going to do a few chores here in Celadon before leaving here. I could have sworn there was an item. It just feels like there should be something there. It's just a red herring. Oh, wait. Do I have space in my party for that? I'll be right back. And yep, technically, I'm doing things in kind of a weird order here, but I just want to go ahead and show, now that the world is completely opened up to us, we can get so many more team members. And personally, I recommend actually not fighting every single trainer, just because there's a lot of new Pokemon you're going to be able to add on your team, and you're just going to want to save some of the trainers. I know you have the Versus Seeker and all, but just for your own sanity, so you don't have to, like, charge it and stuff. There's nothing that I don't know. Like I wrote on the blackboard, I know about the world of Pokemon in your Game Boy Advance. This guy doesn't even know we're playing it on the GameCube. You don't know everything. Get together with your friends and enjoy trading Pokémon. And we got an Eevee. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm sure it's a lot of yours too. And this is how we get one. Just in the back of the Celadon mansion. And I used this thing a lot in my playthroughs. I'm probably not going to be using it in this one. I don't think there's anything that interesting here. Yeah, this just tells us some stuff about we already know. Cool. Thanks for your very useless thing here. And this guy doesn't even have a Pokemon journal for us. Well, he gave us a free Eevee, so I guess we're being kind of cheap. But yeah, we're going to be able to basically evolve Eevee right away if we would like to. And I would recommend evolving it as soon as possible just to make it actually viable and useful on your team. Unfortunately, some of its evolutions are unfortunately locked. You can only get the base 3 Kanto evolutions here. And you want to go ahead and talk to this lady as soon as possible as well in the front of the Celadon mansion here.
You shouldn't spend all your money on drinks. Try this instead.
Well, thank you. Get some tea.
Nothing beats thirst like some hot tea. It really is the best.
Thank you, Grandma. And yeah, you definitely want to, if you're trying to get to Saffron City, we can give this tea to the guard there, and he'll then let us through. Unlike in the original game where you have to go to the top of the Celadon Mansion and get it that way. And in the top of it, we'll show it in a minute. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Over here is the Game Freak development room, basically. I wrote the story. Isn't Erica cute? I like Misty a lot, too. Oh, and Sabrina. I like her. It's the script. Better not look at the ending. So yeah, this is kind of like Game Freak's like meta joke that they do, where they like put themselves in the game, I guess. I'm the graphic artist. I drew you. Is that Ken Sugimori? Someone's playing a game instead of working. God damn it, Ken Sugimori. Get back to making more Pokemon cards or something. It's the game program. Messing with it could bug out the game. Me? I'm the game programmer. Is that right? I'm the game designer. Filling up your Pokedex is tough, but don't quit. When you finish, come tell me. Alright, Satoshi Tajiri, I'll be back for you. Or I guess it's Junichi Masuda now, but I don't know. We'll know for sure when we look at all the credits. And in the future me will probably just correct any dumb thing I say as per usual. So there's nothing else really for us in there. But I just like to show that. Ow, I scalded my tongue. That nice old lady in the mansion gave me some tea. But it was boiling hot. Gotta cool it to drink it. So yeah, he solely exists just to tell us about the new gameplay mechanic. And this is the Celadon department store. And there's a lot of different floors in here. This is the great shopping place. And this floor is just kind of like normal trainer stuff, I believe. Or they have TMs here. Awesome. So you can buy some TMs, which we will most likely be doing. And we can buy Great Balls, which I think we could have bought it in the other town, Lavender Town, but we can buy them here, I guess. Support the big supermarkets instead of your local stores. That's the lesson to draw from this. She's telling us about revives. We know what that does. And yeah, so I'm a real big fan of this part of the game, as I've been ranting about. Now that we've just been kind of going to rinky-dinky towns and stuff, now we're finally in, like, the big city. And this guy's telling us about the original trainer OT stands for, and we want to talk to this guy. Oh, hi. I finally finished Pokemon. Not done yet. How about I teach you a good move? The move I have in mind is counter. Not like the one I'm leaning on, mind you. No, we're okay. So yeah, just another move tutor guy for you. Normally gives you the TM, of course. Come on, Haunter. I love Haunter. I collect them. Huh? Haunter turned into a different Pokemon while being traded. Alright, my buddy's gonna trade me his Kangaskhan for my Haunter. That's totally not worth it, but alright. An RPG. There's no time for that. Oh, man. I love this meta joke. A sports game. Dad'll like that. That's like one of the very few mentions of our dad in this game. A fighting game. Looks tough. A puzzle game. Looks addictive. So yeah, we can just stare at the Super Nintendos and wish we had enough money for it. Replace our boring old regular NES. No. Both great systems. I'm getting a present for my girlfriend. I guess a Pokemon doll will be it. And here's what we were looking for, the evolution stones. And you can go ahead and buy the Fire Stone. You can evolve like a bunch of Pokemon with it. I'm not going to list them all, but we're going to get ourselves a Thunderstone here. And usually I like to replace Pikachu with Jolteon at this point in the game, just because he's kind of a better electric type. But I'm not going to do that this playthrough, and instead I'm going to be giving the Thunderstone to Eevee just for the Dex entry, essentially. Sorry, Eevee. You're just going to be chilling in this universe. We're not going to be going on adventures. Well, maybe another playthrough or something. Maybe. But yeah, Eeveelutions are going to be seeing a lot of action later on in my videos, obviously, because if you didn't know, we're going to be playing Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness after this, but I'm getting ahead of myself again. So we got ourselves a Jolteon, awesome, just like we saw at Bill's. This guy's telling us that we can buy the Pokemon stat enhancers, the vitamins here, and we will be coming back here once we are loaded. Because as you can see, pretty expensive. And this is all for like EV training and stuff, which I will get into when it's more applicable, as I keep saying. And here you can buy the X items, very helpful if you're struggling with a gym leader or something of the sort. And over here is what I want to do. We're going to be getting one of each, basically. And then, what we will be doing is getting 1,000,000 lemonades, heal 70 HP, extremely cheap healing item. I'm just going to buy a bajillion of these. Oops, I bought 2 fresh waters. So I'll cut to when I'm done. And I guess by bajillion, I just mean I bought like 21 of them.
My sister is a trainer, believe it or not, but she's so immature, she drives me nuts. I'm thirsty. I want something to drink.
Sure, get you a drink, some fresh water for you.
Yay, fresh water. Thank you. You can have this from me.
And we get TM16. So yeah, she just gives us TMs. They're basically paying pocket change for TMs. I'd say it's definitely worth your time to come and do this. And you just want to go ahead and give her one of each, and this is Reflect, I believe. Or Safeguard, I guess the lemonades Reflect. So Safeguards prevent status moves, as she's saying. And this is just TMs for like support moves, basically. A little more useful and competitive, but say for instance your Alakazam, you got an Alakazam or a Kadabra, it has a very low defense, so if you teach Reflect to it, it'll have, the physical attacks basically by your foe. So make your Alakazam or Kadabra live just a little bit longer. And we're gonna use modern technology and use the elevator to get down to the first floor. And I'll see you guys outside. Alright, I hope you'll forgive me for this beast of an episode, but I wanted to just make sure everything was well done and taken care of. And in the next episode, we're going to be exploring more of Celadon City and seeing what the deal with these Team Rocket guys are. So yeah, I hope you'll forgive me. We didn't do too much story stuff this episode after just a brief hiatus, but hey, we're going to get a lot of more story stuff done next episode, alright? So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time.